Today's the day. I'm eating my first full English breakfast, and by golly, this is a full ass breakfast. I paid $35, a hefty fee for it, but I think it's gonna be worth it. This is everything I hoped for and a little bit more. Let me show you what I'm working with because you're not getting the best angles. Just take a look at that. Look at that plate. We got baked beans. We got some bacon. We got a sausage. We got 3 fried eggs. We got some fried tomatoes, black pudding. Real excited to try that. Hash browns. This is unexpected. I didn't even know what this was until like 2 minutes ago. Bubble and squeak. Mushrooms. Toast. We got some English breakfast tea. No milk. I feel like that would make it more British, but it is what it is. I have been wanting to eat this legendary breakfast for the longest time. It's hot as hell in here. You know, there's no AC around here. One thing that I gotta say right off the bat, I'm using a regular spoon with a regular plate, so we might encounter some scraping noises. I apologize for that right off the bat. Usually I would have a plastic fork or a wooden fork on hand. Don't have it with me right now. I'll try to keep the scraping noises to a minimum. Let me start off with, God, I don't even know, some of these beans. Heinz. They taste like Heinz. They probably are. Beans are one of those things where, you know, you don't really think of baked beans when it comes to breakfast, at least us Americans. I have done a beans on toast video a long time ago, and that was pretty good. Now we got all these other factors thrown into the mix, and we're gonna see how they all mingle together. So let's go in for some eggs. 3 eggs. Originally I guess it came with 2. I added an extra one. Baked beans and eggs. You know, a fried egg can probably go with pretty much anything. That's what I'm thinking. Let's try this hash brown. Whoa. I kind of expected just kind of like one of those frozen hash browns. This one's got a little bit more substance to it. This one feels like a little bit more potato-y. I like it a lot. Speaking of potatoes, so this right here is bubble. Oh, frick. Bubble and squeak. It's falling apart. This is also kind of like a fried puck of cabbage and potatoes and maybe some other things. The inside is very kind of a mashed potato-y texture and vibe to it. It's nice that it's fried. The cabbage in there, adding a little bit of texture, a little bit of flavor in there. Maybe you can hear that. Buttered toast. Try some of these tomatoes. Tomats. Wow. So far, so good. This is a big ass sausage, man. Can't lie. Come on, no. So in America, we got sausage links. Similar flavor, it's a breakfast sausage. This thing, just give me this though. Instead of 4 or 5 sausage links, just give me one of these huge sausages. And it has a casing on it, which gives a nice little crispy crack to it. Man, this melds. This really does meld together. Oh, what a combo, man. That's a combo. All right, this bacon here, you know, this bacon here is obviously not pork belly. British bacon, we all know it's floppy and it's different. Yo, it ain't bad though. It's better than I remember. So I have been to England before. I've been here 20 years ago in 2003. And I remember I have a very specific memory of eating a bacon scone at Stonehenge. And this bacon is far superior to that. I remember that being a little bit, it's too hard to chew. It's chewy, and I was chewing for days. This right here, it ain't crispy. It's got chew to it, but I'm not chewing for days. I'm just chewing for a few seconds. Let's try these mushrooms out. Okay. Again, mushrooms for breakfast, not something I'd usually think of. It's a good touch though, why not? Why not throw some little grilled mushrooms up in the breakfast, you know? Here's the thing that I am most intrigued by, because I have never come across this in my life. The black pudding. This is a literal puck of, honestly, I don't even know what it is, but it's a classic staple in a full English breakfast. There's a lot of places that I found that didn't include this. So I was searching for a lot of different places, and I found one. It was kind of far away, this place that I ordered from, but it had the lot. It had everything I was looking for. So, man, I've never had black pudding. First bite, going in. Interesting, real interesting. Here's the inside of it. It's had a different texture, I thought. It was more crispy than I thought it would be. I didn't really know what to expect, but it almost has that texture of like a falafel. And the flavor of it too, it just kind of, to me, some kind of ambiguous kind of, it's a little bit rich. It does kind of have some of that meaty flavor, for sure. But if you gave this to me blindfolded, I would have no idea what it is. Not bad at all. I think it's a good addition. I take it on my breakfast plate any day of the week. I could see some people not preferring it though. Wow, what a meal. People who would literally just eat this for breakfast and then go on about their day and then eat lunch and dinner as well, that's y'all crazy. This is probably all I'm eating today. Oh yeah. Beans on toast. Gotta have the butter. Delish. That blends. That's a blend. It is not morning time over here. It's 1:30. Still experiencing some jet lag. It's you know, my mind is still foggier than it usually is. So bear with me here. Man, it's cabbage. Ain't babbage. I don't know if there's a proper way to eat this. An order, you know, a rotation, if you will. I'm just kind of going with it. One thing that I will say right off the bat, that I do prefer about an American breakfast is cheese. I don't detect any cheese. You know, there's some good cheese over here, but why not throw it in the breakfast? When it comes to American breakfast, eggs and cheese, match made in heaven. I don't really know how you would work it in if you're using fried eggs primarily, but just like take some cheddar, shred it, and throw it on the top of the whole thing. That's what I would do. cheese and potatoes, like with the hash browns, bubble and squeak. That would work. Cheese, just, you know, it would work with everything on this plate. So that is really the only thing that I would add on to this. Other than that, this is hefty. And let me tell you what, everything here, savory. Oh, all right. So in America, we got French toast, we got pancakes, we got waffles. I don't need those, really. Rarely, maybe every once in a while, I'll take that, but I would highly prefer a savory food. I don't want to say that I prefer this over the American breakfast yet. But I will say that if you have a full American breakfast with all the fixings that includes, you know, the sweet stuff, the French toast, and you put up a full English breakfast versus a full American breakfast, that would be tough. That would be real tough to choose from. Right now, I'm leaning full English, man. I got this from a place called, on Uber Eats, it was Cafe 101, but I did a little research and it's actually called Bar Bruno. I don't know, I think it's just some spot, no affiliation, but hey, give you a shout out. You're the one place that had everything I was looking for. Well, to be fair, there's one more place. It was actually closer that had every fixing that I was looking for. But it had 0 reviews. You never know with those spots, you know what I mean? By the way, I'm not sure if you can see that well, but doing some good work on this plate. But yeah, so I was really debating, should I get the place that was close by or get it from this place that had good reviews, have everything that has everything I want from farther away? That's the age-old question for me. Maybe I should be using a knife. This is still warm, so man, this dude was flying. I was watching him on the GPS, flying. So props, Mateus, man. But what would you rather have in general? This is just a hypothetical question. There was a lot of gray area in this question, so like I said, just very basic general question. What would you rather have? Better food but it's cold, or worse food but it's hot and fresh? You know what I mean? It depends on the food. I like my food as hot as possible. I feel like I've met a lot of people who don't really care about how hot their food is, as long as it's like good food. But there's a thing where it's like good food can become not that good food if it gets cold, you know what I mean? I'm full as hell, man. God damn. This is a breakfast. Let me tell you what. This is a meal. By the way, appreciate all the comments about Greg's. I had no idea what Greg's was. Had never heard of it. But ever since I got a bunch of comments on it, that's probably gonna be my next video. If you have any suggestions for specific things I should get from Greg's, let me know. I saw they had like pizza, but is that worth getting? I don't know. All I know is I'm about to go down for a nap. I'd give that a 9.5 out of 10. I'm getting out of here. Thank you for watching this one. I will catch you in the next one. Greg's. Peace.